Alright, so I wanted to chat about something that's sort of come up a couple of times in my life. It came up quite recently. I was asked to join a corporate cover band, which would involve lots of functions and weddings and other kind of stuff. And it was looking to be like a very well-paid gig. 400 to 1200 bucks a night, which is really, really good money for at least around Australia. I've never been paid that much in an original band, that's for sure. And I was weighing up whether I actually wanted to do it based on whether the money was worth it, whether the music was something I wanted to do, and whether I was willing to spend time away from my own personal writing endeavors and spending time away from my family, which I absolutely hate, missing out on opportunities to spend time with my wife and my son. So I reached a crossroad. I finally got there and I thought, you know what? The money isn't important to me. Do I really want to do this? And the answer was no. And I've been in bands that weren't even looking to be financially fruitful. Just hanging out with a bunch of guys, writing some music that I'm like, it's all right. We'll play a couple of shows and I'll push really hard to book gigs. And it's like, I wasn't really into it. So the question is, if you're in a band and the money's not there and you're not really digging the music, you've got to ask yourself, what are you doing? And it's kind of like being in a shitty relationship as well. If you've ever had a friend who's like, me and my girlfriend, we're not sleeping together, and she's cranky all the time, and you're just like, dude, fucking break up with her. Like, what the hell are you doing? No, I'll stay. And you're like, why did you come and ask me for advice? It's exactly the same as being in an okay or shit band. People ask me, I'm in this situation and I'm thinking about leaving. It's similar to having a tumultuous relationship with a girl or boy. Whatever genre of sexuality you are, or person or gender, whatever you decide to identify as. If you're not getting the monetary reward, if you need the money, or if you're not getting any emotional satisfaction out of it, like, what are you doing? Why are you staying in that situation? And I think it just comes down to those two things. Am I going to use this as a job, or am I going to enjoy this? And am I making enough money to not have to punish myself doing this as a job? So I definitely think there's something to be said for that. Another thing that I've sort of started to notice is I don't have anything against this like corporate cover band world. Don't get me wrong, I didn't turn down this gig because I was like, I'm above this and I'm only going to record original music. If I got asked to play for, Justin Bieber or Kesha and they were going to like pay me really well, and I was like, that buys me a good deposit on my house and a car for my wife and, jewels and caviar dip and whatever else is going to keep her happy. Not that she's like that, but anyway, you get the point. If I got offered a really good job and someone was like, oh, you freaking sellout, like, whether it's doing the corporate cover band or playing guitar for, someone famous who's going to pay me really well, I don't have any time for that, because if you're the kind of person who works like a desk job and fills out like Excel files and makes like heaps of money for evil corporations and like sells insurance or does whatever you do, but you keep it real by being an original band, it's like, well, you're just selling yourself in a different area. You're being a sellout to Excel, and anyone that you've worked for, you're selling out. So I think I don't have any time for people putting down each other when it comes to using your craft as a way to make money. As far as what I do every day, I'm teaching guitar. Is that me being a sellout because I'm not being this tortured artist who's only using his original music? Perhaps, but I don't give a shit when people tell me, that's what that is. That's, is it bad for me to be making money teaching Ed Sheeran songs to, 11 or 12-year-old kids who are really getting into guitar? Well, to me, no, because I'm putting food on my table doing something that I love, and also I'm inspiring younger musicians and starting them on whatever path. They might start at Ed Sheeran, they might end at Megadeth, they might end at Judas Priest, they might end at Jeff Buckley. Who knows where they're going to go, but I get to be part of that. So I went on a bit of a long-winded rant. So if you've got any comments on this joining a band, quitting a band situation, please leave them in the description. I would love to have a bit of a powwow back and forth with you guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm Chris Zoupa. Peace out.